As reports of Liv Morgan's WWE come to life, she was spotted. Amid speculation that she will be returning to the Stamford-based promotion's weekly programming, former WWE Women's World Champion Liv Morgan recently made an appearance in public. Due to an injury, the Judgment Day star is not playing at the moment. On June 16, 2025, Liv Morgan faced Kairi Sane in a singles match during her most recent appearance inside the Squared Circle. Morgan was unable to continue wrestling due to an unlucky shoulder injury sustained during the bout. She hasn't participated in in-ring competition since. Recently, the Judgment Day actress posted a photo of her on-screen boyfriend Dominic Mysterio's AAA Mega Championship and the Intercontinental Championship on Instagram. Social media has been ablaze with speculation over Liv Morgan's comeback to WWE TV since this post. Morgan was seen hanging out with a fan amid these claims. The former WWE Women's World Champion recreated the well-known "Wrestling's Not Fake" scene from the film Ready to Rumble in an Instagram video. The fan addressed Morgan by her real name, Gianna, in the caption of the post, adding that they had a wholesome moment together while reenacting the Ready to Rumble scene. Liv Morgan dedicated a post on Instagram to her on-screen boyfriend following WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio's victory in the AAA Mega Championship, which made him a double champion. Morgan wrote that she thought Dirty Dom was the greatest Mysterio ever and referred to him as the king of the luchadors. What the Triple H-led creative team has in store for Liv Morgan's comeback to the Stamford-based promotion's weekly schedule is yet unknown. On social media, however, Bayley, Liv Morgan, and a number of other WWE celebrities responded to Naomi's heartfelt pregnancy announcement today. Because she was pregnant earlier this year, the Glow had to forfeit the Women's World Championship. The 37-year-old showed Jimmy Uso a video of her baby's sonogram earlier today, stating that the youngster had already begun to kick. Several celebrities left comments on the page, including Liv Morgan, Mickie James, Natalya, Raquel Rodriguez, and Bayley. Naomi's Instagram post also received likes from Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Karrion Kross, and other celebrities. You can see some of the responses in the picture below. Due to her pregnancy, the well-known celebrity gave up her title on WWE Raw last month. Stephanie Vaquer became the top contender at WWE Evolution 2025 after winning a Battle Royal. La Primera won the Women's World Championship this past Saturday night at WrestlePalooza after defeating Io Sky. Vaquer recently made a joke about how the well-known celebrity escaped facing her by becoming pregnant. Natalya, a WWE superstar, recently said that she has optimism because of Naomi's late career success. In an exclusive interview with Bill Apter of Sportskeeda Wrestling, Natalya stated that Triple H's continued faith in the former champion gives her optimism for the future. She implied that her moment in the spotlight was also imminent. But that night, the NXT audience was electrified. On July 25, 2023, Rhea Ripley, the fierce enforcer of Judgment Day and current WWE Women's World Champion, returned to her former stomping grounds of NXT to take on Ireland's emerging star, Lyra Valkyria, in a historic matchup that fans had been talking about for weeks. In the promos before the bout, Lyra had been criticizing Rhea because she was eager to prove herself. She wanted to prove to the world that she wasn't scared of the nightmare, even if she revered Mommy. Her fierce energy inspired the NXT universe, which recognized traits of a younger Rhea Ripley in her resolve. She moved intently to the ring as the lights went down and Lyra's song began to play. Don't be afraid, just be determined. However, the mood changed when Rhea made her thunderous, gloomy entrance, followed by the aura of Judgment Day. As Rhea strode down with the crown on her shoulder and grinned with the assurance of a champion who felt unbeatable, the crowd erupted in both applause and jeers. Lyra sprang into action, dodging Rhea's initial power moves with her agility. In an attempt to take down the behemoth, she delivered scathing kicks to Rhea's legs. For a split second, it worked. Lyra's spinning heel kick nearly smacked Rhea flush on the jaw and sent her reeling. As the crowd erupted, they chanted, "Lyra, Lyra!" But in her home, Rhea was not going to be outdone. With a sudden surge of strength, She smashed Lyra with a tremendous powerbomb that rocked the ring after she caught her midair during a springboard attempt. Teasing the throng, Rhea smiled and said, "This is your hero?" But Lyra refused to give up. She fought back, almost pulling off a stunning upset by reversing Rhea's suplex into a DDT and then landing her trademark spinning kick. When the referee's hand touched the ground, 1-2, Rhea kicked out angrily. There was complete anarchy in the match's closing stages. Rhea used a deadly riptide to catch Lyra in mid-flight as she attempted a risky maneuver by climbing the ropes. Rather than immediately reacting, Rhea smirked as she looked down at Lyra, almost if she was staring at her younger self. At last, she hooked the leg 1-2-3. Rhea Ripley raised her hand and stood erect, but her face was no longer haughty. She gave a rare nod of respect to Lyra, who was having difficulty standing up. Even in loss, the audience knew that the torch was being passed. Even though Lyra Valkyria didn't defeat Rhea Ripley that evening, she demonstrated that she was worthy of sharing the ring with one of the most powerful WWE champions. What about Rhea? She reminded everyone of the reason behind her nickname, the Nightmare. But there was a lot of excitement on Monday Night Raw's July 28, 2025 night. An 8-woman tag match was scheduled as the main event, promising mayhem, rivalries, and strange alliances. On one side were Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer, and Nikki Bella, a legend who made an unexpected comeback. A popular team captained by Naomi, together with Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Roxanne Perez, was on the other side. With Nikki Bella returning to the arena for the first time in years and facing off against some of WWE's most formidable contemporary forces, the bout was billed as past meets present. The adrenaline of the crowd reached its pinnacle as the entrances took place. Naomi's luminous entrance illuminated the arena, and many people were shivered by Rhea Ripley's ominous and gloomy walk. The match was chaotic from the very first bell. The ring was electrified by Naomi and Io Sky's speed and athleticism as they began. The audience was yelling, "Let's go, Naomi," as a result of Naomi's amazing kicks and springboard skills. However, Io, who was cunning and unafraid, came back with piercing blows and an amazing moonsault that almost put an early stop to the battle. When emerging international talent Stephanie Vaquer joined in, the dynamic shifted. Roxanne Perez attempted to match her hold for hold, but was swiftly grounded after being astounded by her technical accuracy. Fans were reminded by Stephanie's tough style why she was regarded as one of the world's fastest rising wrestlers. When Nikki Bella stepped into the ring, the momentum changed once more. Excitement mingled with nostalgia caused the throng to erupt. When Nikki faced Raquel Rodriguez, she displayed unexpected strength. Raquel's perseverance kept her team alive despite Nikki's devastating spinebuster that almost resulted in a 3 count. The drama increased as the match went on. After receiving a hot tag, Liv Morgan charged into the ring, using a double clothesline to take out Stephanie and Io before striking Nikki with her trademark Oblivion. With a vicious stomp, Rhea Ripley broke up the pin, giving the fans hope that it was over. The 8 women colliding in and around the ring was the match's conclusion. Raquel slammed Nikki into the barricade, Roxanne attacked Stephanie with a tornado DDT, Io launched a springboard assault, and Naomi dove outside, sending bodies flying everywhere. The fans stood up in the midst of the ruckus. However, Ripley, Io, Stephanie, and Nikki's team ultimately proven to be too risky. Rhea tagged in and turned to face Naomi once the dust had settled. In a thrilling final stretch, the two faced off against each other, exchanging counters and near falls. With the rear view, Naomi nearly won, but Io diverted the referee's attention. Then, in preparation for Rhea's riptide, Stephanie gave Naomi a devastating knee. The heel team stood strong as the arena erupted in jeers. Io grinned with satisfaction. Stephanie Vaquer pointed to the heavens in triumph. Rhea held her championship high, and Nikki Bella, wearing a sly smile, reveled in the attention she received for her triumphant comeback. This feud was far from done, though, as Naomi's squad reunited in the ring, defiant but disappointed. As the event came to a close, Naomi and her comrades stared down the triumphant group as they celebrated on the ramp, a tacit declaration that the fight had only just begun. But the energy on the night following WrestleMania is always unpredictable. After the year's biggest show, the Raw audience was electrified, chanting, singing, and anticipating who would win. With a confident smile and a twirl of her braid, Bianca Belair, still the Raw Women's Champion after yet another hard-fought triumph, entered the ring. As she stood tall and reminded the WWE Universe that she was still the strongest, quickest, toughest, and longest-reigning champion in modern history, the fans cheered. Another WrestleMania, another title defense, and still your Raw Women's Champion, Bianca exclaimed with pride as she took the microphone. However, I am aware that the target on my back has become even larger. I will thus be prepared for anyone who wishes to stand up. Expecting someone like Bayley, Becky, or Asuka to show there, the fans cheered. Instead, a well-known ominous theme roared through the speakers as the arena lights abruptly went down. When Rhea Ripley's song began to play, the audience surged. The Eradicator strode down the stage with a chilly sneer, her championship plans shining from her eyes, fresh off her huge triumph at WrestleMania, where she had decisively decimated her opponent. The air changed. While Rhea slipped within the ropes, Bianca stood in the ring, smiling proudly and holding her title closer. The tension between the two domination champs was so intense that a knife might pierce it. In a low, threatening voice, Rhea came in close and remarked, "Bianca, you've been in charge of this section for far too long. But now the pleasure is over. You are witnessing the next face of Raw, the lady who will take that title away from you." Dueling chants broke out from the spectators, with half yelling, "Let's go, Bianca," and the other half yelling, "Rhea Ripley." Bianca grinned and cocked her head. In response, she wrapped her braid over her palm and said, "Rhea, you have definitely been domineering. But I'm still standing here as a champion for a reason. I don't give up on anyone, including you. You will therefore need to earn this title if you wish to obtain it." The two women drew closer, neither blinking, their foreheads nearly touching. As the audience chanted louder and louder, the tension reached a breaking point. Then Rhea abruptly pushed Bianca away. After stumbling, Bianca leaped forward and slapped Rhea's hand away when Ripley attempted to seize the title. Security and officials hurried in to separate them as the arena exploded, but neither woman gave up. Bianca shouted back that she would once again demonstrate why she was the EST of WWE, but Rhea growled and threatened to take all Bianca had worked so hard to build. Rhea stood on the apron, gazing back at Bianca as she raised her championship high on the ropes, mouthing the words "soon," and pointed to the belt as the segment came to a close. It was more than a simple altercation. With the Raw Women's Championship on the line, it was the start of a rivalry that would define an era. Two unstoppable forces headed for a collision. Hello, dear viewers, greetings from my channel. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Lima. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video.